Trump has made it clear that he wants Greenland. He's been on it for a minute. He wants Greenland, and he believes that Greenland is important to the United States national security. So this is what has been um, in his mind for a minute. I mean, it's mentioned it a couple of times. And there's also some information out there about the U.S. offering Greenland resident between $10,000 to $100,000 to let their government know that they want to be part of the USA.
I mean, I think by that same logic, Nigeria can actually go ahead and acquire Ghana, Niger Republic,
Benin Republic.
Yeah, Benin Republic. Can actually acquire Benin Republic, Ghana, and the Niger Republic because I think it will be good for our national security.
And add Chad to it too.
Yeah, leaving them roaming around is just a threat to our national security. I think by that logic, Tinubu can actually apply that same logic and acquire it. Yeah, we actually know that Trump can be very crazy. In the last few months, he has shown that whatever he puts his mind in, he always makes sure he accomplishes it. So if he is threatening to get Greenland, the only obstacle I see there is because Denmark is part of NATO, and by default, Greenland is part of NATO.
Welcome to the Y&E podcast. Thank you for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, do not wait any longer. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, share, and engage with us in the comment section. Trump has made it clear that he wants Greenland. He's been on it for a minute. He wants Greenland, and he believes that Greenland is important to the United States national security. It's mentioned it a couple of times. And there's also some information out there about the U.S. offering Greenland resident between $10,000 to $100,000 to let their government know that they want to be part of the USA. So we'll see if anyone would actually take that offer and talk to the government and say, hey, we want to be part of the US. The prime minister has come out and said that no, Greenland is not for sale. They will continue to be part of Denmark. But as we all know, that if Trump wants something, he surely gets it. Unless he doesn't want it, then he won't pursue it. They've been talking about going into Venezuela. Everyone thought it was plain. And now we know that they went to Venezuela, they captured Maduro, and they brought him into the United States. And I'm sure that action alone is going to put fear in a lot of leaders, especially Colombia leader. And it looks like the president of Colombia is on the negotiation table, negotiating with Trump because nobody wants to pick a fight with Trump. Even our Senate president in Nigeria, we've heard that he made it public that, Nigeria doesn't want any trouble with Trump. A lot of leaders, they're afraid of what Trump himself is capable of doing. They're not afraid of creating chaos. They're not afraid of fighting. And that's what they're interested in doing. So I think everyone should pay attention to him and, let him know, hey, you don't want to do this.
I think by that same logic, Nigeria can actually go ahead and acquire Ghana, Niger Republic,
Benin Republic.
Yeah, Benin Republic. Can actually acquire Benin Republic, Ghana, and the Niger Republic because I think it will be good for our national security.
And add Chad to it too.
Yeah, leaving them roaming around is just a threat to our national security. I think by that logic, Tinubu can actually apply that same logic and acquire it. Yeah, we actually know that Trump can be very crazy. In the last few months, he has shown that whatever he puts his mind in, he always makes sure he accomplishes it. So if he is threatening to get Greenland, the only obstacle I see there is because Denmark is part of NATO, and by default, Greenland is part of NATO. Is he going to invade a NATO member? And then the UK has been threatening that if he does that, that will probably be the beginning of the end of NATO. So is he going to do that? Does Trump really care? He has actually removed the US from almost 62 international organizations. A lot of them that is not supporting their actions, around the world. He has removed US from them. Trump don't really care. He don't really care about. In fact, I was listening to a segment today. I think it was Marco Rubio. Marco Rubio that was saying that there is nothing like international law. It's US that makes the international law, where there is a conflict between international law and the United States law. The United States law supersedes the international law. So they basically makes the law, and then, whatever you think your law is in your country, the US law supersedes it. And honestly, I'm very, very confused with that statement because, and even with the Maduro, I'm still confused because how can you take somebody from another jurisdiction and then contract the person in another jurisdiction where the laws are not the same? So how do you apply that law? And this is a history that we are witnessing, and then hopefully we'll be around in 50 years time to tell our children the stories. But it's a very interesting one. Who knows if he's going to get it? But what I'm also confused about is he buying individuals in Greenland or he's buying the country as a whole? Because I'm kind of confused with that too. And then with the arrest of Maduro, I think everybody in the Western Hemisphere, most of them are scared. But it looks like there are two people that are not actually scared: the president of Colombia and then the president of Brazil. In fact, it looks like Trump extended an invitation to president of Colombia to come to the White House. So it's an interesting time that we are living in. Is this going to embolden other countries, like I said the other day, to do the same? Russia can actually go and say they are buying people in Ukraine. China can say they want to go buy people in Taiwan. And before you know, the thing will extend to Africa. They will start buying people in Africa. So slave trade will, will come back again. It's a very interesting time that we're living in. And then we'll just keep watching the thing unfold.
Yeah, I think everyone should fasten their seatbelt. Trump is about to complete his 1 year anniversary in office. So everyone should tighten their seatbelt, fasten it. It's going to be a rough 3 years, and a lot of fighters are going to be ruffled because Trump knows he's not going to come back. So he's probably going to make a lot of enemies. And like you said, I don't think they're looking to buy individuals from the Greenland, but they're looking to acquire Greenland as a whole. And it looks like the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, has confirmed his plans to meet with Danish officials to discuss the future of Greenland. So it looks like they're not playing about it. Maybe we think it's a joke. They're basically putting plans in place to go ahead and acquire Greenland. How that is going to look, we don't know. But we're living in strange times. So maybe it's borrowing from Nigeria's playbook when Nnamdi Kanu was removed or was kidnapped from Kenya and brought to Nigeria to be tried. So strange times, definitely. How this is going to go, we don't know. And I think it's important for everyone in this administration that's able to speak up. I'm sure nobody wants to speak up because nobody wants to lose their job. I think it was an NPR where they said that Trump was actually having a meeting with the Republicans in the Congress, and he was asking them why are the American people not happy with everything he's doing, because he believes his ideas, his actions are popular. But because people around him, they don't tell him the truth. They don't tell him, hey, this is what the American people think of you. This is what they think about this administration. This is what they think about your policies. He believes the country loves him 100%. He doesn't believe there's no one out there that doesn't like his policy. He believes everyone loves his policy. And it's unfortunate that when you surround yourself with people that are afraid of telling you the truth, that is going to make you feel like an authoritarian leader. People like their job. They don't want to lose their job. And I know Trump hasn't gotten to a stage where if you disagree with him, unalive you. He hasn't gotten to that. But we know if you disagree with him, he'll fire you. He likes to say you're fired. He'll put it out on Twitter and let you know that you're fired, even before you're made aware of it. So maybe people don't want to be embarrassed. Uh, Trump's first term, there was a lot of resignation, a lot of firings. But in this second time, it looks like everybody that came on board, they're part of the movement, right? They're part of the MAGA movement. They're part of whatever ideology, whatever policy is selling. So whatever Trump does, they like, and they're gonna tell him, "Hey, the American people love what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing." They won't tell him, "Hey, mainstream America is hurting. people are earning, they can feed themselves, they can feed their family. But the US have money to give to Argentina, they have money to go buy Greenland, but they won't take care of the people inside the US, which doesn't sound like an American first policy to me.
I also do not believe that he doesn't handle his social media handle. So from there, he should be able to know that, he's not quite popular with people. And besides, I think he has like a shadow government, people that are running the show behind the scenes. Let us know what you think about Trump trying to buy Greenland. Is that a good idea or you have an objection to that? And we'll be happy to engage with you in the comment section.